Now, the next section is also from a talk from Dr. Rhonda Patrick, a scientist and educator, and among other things, a specialist for heat and cold therapy. Now, she says the sauna is one of the most potent lifestyle factors, except for exercise, it can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and sudden cardiac death. 20 minutes of heat stress, meaning a sauna, and 20 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise on a stationary cycle using about 100 watts are very similar. Your heart rate will increase, your core body temperature will increase, you start to sweat, and after the sauna and the exercise, your blood pressure will be lower. So men using a sauna at 174 degrees Fahrenheit or 79 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes, 2 to 3 times per week, have a 27% reduction in sudden cardiac death. Men using a sauna for 20 minutes, 4 to 7 times per week, have a 50% reduction in sudden cardiac death. Men using a sauna for 11 minutes only have a 7% reduction in sudden cardiac death. Men using a sauna for 20 minutes, 2 to 3 times per week, have a 24% reduction in cardiovascular mortality. Men using the sauna for 20 minutes, 4 to 7 times per week, have a 60% reduction in cardiovascular rate mortality. And the list goes on and on, also for other diseases. And by implication, we can also assume that it would be very similar for women as well. So a subset of people who were not healthy benefited explicitly from the sauna. Overall benefits of sauna are improved cardiovascular health, improved blood pressure, lower chances of hypertension, and lower stroke risk. That is, heat stress is really mimicking moderate aerobic exercises. It also activates the genetic pathways in our body that are meant to be turned on and have beneficial effects well beyond the duration of the sauna for days later. It also develops heat shock proteins, which are beneficial for brain health, etc., but also prevent muscle atrophy and are equally associated with longevity. Hot bath with 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius submerging from the shoulders down for about 20 minutes also increase heat shock proteins similar to a sauna, as explained before. It also prevents and delays nerve degeneration. A single session in the sauna where the core body temperature was increased by 1 to 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit decreases depressive symptoms in people with major depressive disorder, and the antidepressants antidepressant effect lasted 6 weeks. So this is very significant. People who use the sauna 4 to 7 times per week have a 66% reduction or risk reduction in dementia and Alzheimer's disease, which probably has to do with a lot of cardiovascular health and the blood flow to the brain, but also the heat shock proteins. Hence, sauna use should be up there with exercise, sleep, healthy diet, and meditation as a low-hanging fruit lifestyle factor that can improve the way we age, our health span, and our quality of life. People who exercise regularly use the sauna have more cardiorespiratory fitness and lower all-cause mortality than people who only exercise. In infrared saunas, for example, just as a comparison, in infrared saunas at 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius, you sweat a bit more. And last but not least, some toxins like heavy metals, such as aluminum and cadmium, the latter one being in the soil, are preferentially excreted through the sweat instead of the urine. So to sum up a bit, you do vasodilation in heat and you do vasoconstriction in the cold. Again, these stresses are very positive stresses for the body. And as we just saw here, the sauna is very good, for the whole cardiovascular health, but also for the brain health. And this we need to have in order to have we not just study, but also we can remember things much better due to having a good circulation of the body, of the blood through the body, as well as a good circulation of the blood in the brain and also oxidation. So to keep the body in a peak state or in a peak physical performance. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. And if you found this video helpful, then smash the like button. If you didn't, well, you must do. this is such an important video. In either case, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video when I put one out. All right. See you soon. Or in the sauna.